Hello and welcome to How to Use Your Essential Oil Samples. I'm Tara Swiger. If you're watching this, it's very likely that I sent you some samples in the mail, or perhaps one of my friends or business partner sent you some and they sent you this video so that you'd understand how to use them. I am so super happy to be talking to you. I'm so glad you decided to try essential oils as a natural solution for whatever is going on with you. I'm really happy to help you find a solution for what is bothering you enough that you're out there looking for solutions. I hope that essential oils will help improve your life, help improve your health, help improve your mental health. So we're going to talk a little bit today about how you actually use them. So if I'm the one that sent you the oils, or if it was one of my friends, how it works is we give you the oils, you learn about how to use them in this video, and then we're going to be talking to you over the next couple days, usually via text, maybe via Facebook message. We'll work that out ahead of time, but it's important because we spent the time and energy and money to send these to you. You respond and let us know how you're liking them, how you're working for them. If you're not getting a chance to use them and you want to you're not sure quite how to use them, we want to help you with that. The whole reason we send them for you is so that you get some relief from what you're dealing with. So we're here to help you figure out how to get relief from them. And at the end of the week, we will jump on a phone or a video chat to talk about your experience. And if you are interested in getting these oils in your life, we'll help you do that at the best price. There's no pressure, but if that's what you want to do, that's what we're here to help you do. And as soon as you know, oh my gosh, I want to get more of these, let us know. You don't have to wait till the end of a week. Remember that that's what you agreed to when you signed up to get samples. I definitely ask everyone. I send them an email before I send them the sample. I know many of my business partners do as well that say, hey, in exchange for this, you're agreeing to talk to me. So talk to me. Right? Now today, the intention behind what we're doing here with sending you the samples and talking about this is to let you experience the power of essential oils for your particular health goal or priority. We're also here to educate you on the benefits of the benefits on essential oils and why they're so effective. And we're here to equip you with the tools, the resources, the knowledge to use them in your daily life for your particular issues and your particular family. So all of you listening have different reasons you're trying essential oils. Maybe you're here because you're wanting help for sleep. Maybe you're here because you're looking for solutions for pain. Some of you are here to see if essential oils will work for you for stress and anxiety. That's definitely how I got into it. So whatever your focus is, you're going to have the opportunity over the next week to expand your knowledge of how to use essential oils. And you'll be able to talk with us about how to use them for a whole variety of issues, kind of even beyond what your initial focus was. So let's start with 3 things about essential oils. They are natural, effective, and they're safe. The crazy thing is essential oils have been around for literally thousands of years, dating back to 3500 BC. I almost said 35,000, 3500 BC, which is where the Egyptians used them for cosmetics, medicines, and a lot more. And over more recent centuries, we kind of got off track using natural things because we learned how to boil them down and split them apart and trademark them. And we started turning what we knew worked in natural solutions into synthetic solutions in modern medicine, which totally has its place and it's totally the right next step to go. But it also has side effects. It also has costs associated with it. And a lot of us are looking for natural solutions that have no side effects and as preventative care, as like a first line of defense or a first line of dealing with something before we go the traditional medicine route. So I want to give you 3 cool things about essential oils and kind of explain why more and more people are turning back to them. A lot of you requested samples because you've been hearing about essential oils. Your friend, your cousin, your yoga studio is all about them. And you're like, what? Most all of us, if you go to the chiropractor or a natural health practitioner, they're going to have essential oils in the lobby. You're like, what are these about? So the first cool thing about essential oils is they're natural. So essential oils are only essential oils if they come directly from the plant. So essential oils are an aromatic compound, a little oil sac attached to some plants. They might come from the leaf, the stem, the bark, the flower, the root, all different parts of the plant the essential oil can be removed from. They are 50 to 70 times more potent, more powerful than dried herbs or herbal supplements. So to kind of notice how powerful they are, if you got a sample of peppermint, I want you to open up the peppermint, take a smell. You can smell how potent and powerful that is. If you want to, you can take a drop in your hand, and this is how you get them out of the bottle. Turn it upside down and you tap the bottom, and it'll like spray you. That's about, if you're using a regular big size bottle, that would be about a half of a drop. So you can do it a couple times, and put the lid back on so you don't drop it. Then you're going to rub your hands together, cup them over your face, and breathe in. Ooh. Now you want to make sure with peppermint you don't touch your face or your eyes, or because it will make your eyes water. And when you breathe in on that, I want you to think about how you're feeling when you breathe in. Most people feel invigorated. It clears your nasal passages. It wakes you up. You feel it all the way in the back of your throat. It opens your airways. You feel more alert. Now you can take the hands and rub the rest of the oil onto the back of your neck. And in a minute, you're going to feel a cooling sensation. Again, keep it away from your eyes. Don't rub up like this. But that's another thing peppermint does. It's great for cooling you down after a workout, cooling you down if you're having a hot flash, cooling you down if you have a fever. It's also really excellent for headaches. You can take a drop of it. So if we had in our hand, put your thumb and press it to the roof of your mouth. That is going to release tension, headaches, and you feel your whole mouth is like, ooh, it lights up. So the peppermint comes from the peppermint plant. It's only the extract from the peppermint plant. These oils are 100% just the extract. We'll talk about that in a minute. So hold on. The next thing about oils is they're effective. One, oils contain hundreds of compounds in each oil. So they're very versatile to help with numerous issues at once. Okay, so for example, the peppermint cooled us down. It opened our airways and your breathing. It helps with headaches, and it also helps with stomach aches. You can take it internally to help with stomach aches and nausea. And so the reason it can do those multiple things is because it has hundreds of chemical constituents, naturally occurring things from the plant that are going to work with your many different systems. So you're going to hear me say you can use orange for this and this and this, and lavender is one you can use for a million things. There are hundreds of individual compounds in lavender that we know of what they do. There are also hundreds that we're not even sure what they do. And something like, I believe it's Tylenol or another painkiller, is actually one of the many compounds in Advil removed and synthesized, so made the synthetic, created synthetically, and that's what we use as a painkiller, which is why lavender is so effective at reducing your pain if you apply it directly to a pain. So the thing about oils, the reason they're so effective, they have all these compounds, whereas medicine only hits one symptom and then often has a side effect because it's not dealing with your whole system. Oils hit numerous root issues at once with no side effects. Now, the second cool thing about them being effective is that they can penetrate the cell wall to provide the cell what it needs to support the health. So if you've ever had a viral infection, you know that there's nothing the doctor can do, because if you're thinking about a cell, bacteria is outside of the cell. So if you have like antibiotics can kill the bacteria outside the cell, but a virus is, the viral infection is inside your cell, and your cell is surrounded by a fatty membrane, an oily membrane. No medicine can go through that membrane to get inside your cell, but oils, because they're oils, can pass through that oily membrane and actually kill the virus inside the cell. Now, if you look at your hands after you've applied the peppermint, there's no oil left on our hands, because our bodies are millions of cells, and our skin is the largest organ of the body. So those oils penetrate the cell walls and go directly to the cell to provide it what it needs to do its job. So whether it's a skin cell that's damaged and you're putting lavender on it and the lavender is helping stitch it back together without a scar, or whether it is frankincense, which strengthens your cell from the inside to make it actually replicate a better version of itself, helps at the DNA level, whether you're using On Guard, which is the immune boosting blend, or it's called the protective blend. It provides the body with the support it needs for a healthy immune system. So there are a lot of different cells in your body, and there are a lot of different oils that'll help those cells do their job better. But this is why one of the things people always say when they get their samples is these oils aren't oily. They absorb into your skin right away and don't stay oily. And they're super effective because they're absorbing into the cells and doing their job. This is the big difference between natural, like directly from nature, and synthetics. Synthetics don't absorb into your skin in the same way. They can't absorb into your cell wall in the same way, which is good because they're not as helpful or beneficial in the same way. The third thing about oils is that they're safe. So the first thing you need to know is not all oils are the same. So not all are safe. Listen to this part really importantly, especially if you've been getting your oils from like TJ Maxx or Walmart, or you've been thinking about getting one from the health food store. There are 4 different grades of oils. The first is synthetic. So there are synthetic essential oils in toxic chemical cleaners, synthetic air fresheners, candles. If you are seeing anything that says lavender, what they're using, like a candle or an air freshener or a cleaner, they're using a synthetic lavender equivalent, which only has some of the chemical constituents made in lavender in that. And because it's synthetic, we know now, studies have shown your body can't absorb it. Your body can't get the benefits. Your body can't like interact with that synthetic to get the benefits it needs. It can only see it as a foreign object. So it would cause problems, not solve problems. The next grade is food. So essential oils are in tons of your food. They're flavors and extracts. So you might have like peppermint flavoring for your peppermint chocolate chip cookies or your Christmas stuff, or you might have, what's another popular one? Oh, like clove oil or cinnamon oil. So food grade essential oil is especially in mass-produced food. Like if you get a little Debbie snack that's peppermint, it has peppermint oil, food grade. It's really poor quality of essential oil, and it doesn't support total wellness. It's safe enough to put in your body, but not, it doesn't include all the chemical constituents. It's usually very, what's the word I'm trying to say? It's not very potent or very powerful. It's like watered down, or it's not harvested from a plant that's at its peak, or it's not harvested at the right time, or it's not processed in the way to keep all of the benefits together. So the third thing you might see that oils are labeled therapeutic. Therapeutic doesn't mean anything. It's entirely unregulated. All essential oils are unregulated by the FDA here in the States. Therapeutic means it's not third-party tested. It oftentimes has fillers, preservatives, even heavy metals. When these are sent out and tested, they often come back with heavy metals, and they're not even guaranteed to have the oil in it. It might say lavender oil, and it might be 99% coconut oil with a drop of lavender oil. And there's no guarantee that it's going to be the same from one bottle to the next. And then the fourth type of essential oils is what these oils are, which is certified pure therapeutic grade. So doTERRA created this quality standard that each oil has to pass many different tests before it can be labeled certified pure therapeutic grade. This is what that entails. Their plants harvested in their natural environment so that the compounds remain like they should. You know, there's a difference between if you get an orange that was grown in a greenhouse versus an orange that was grown in California in beautiful weather, or an avocado that, or tomatoes. Like tomatoes grown in the middle of summer are so much more delicious than tomatoes you get out of a greenhouse in the middle of winter. I was in California recently, and I used my tomato example because if you live in the South or you grew up in the Midwest like me, you know there's a major difference between January tomatoes and July tomatoes. And the Californians were like, what? There's a difference? So maybe that metaphor won't work for you. But if the plants are harvested in their natural environment and they're harvested at the peak time for them to be full of the best chemical constituents that are going to help you so much, That's part of the CPTG certification. Also, they're third-party tested to be free of contaminants and heavy metals and pesticides. So they are beyond organic. There's no pesticides, there's no heavy metals, there's no even cross-contamination, like lavender and wheat often grow in the same place. Cross-contamination would just be a natural side effect of those fields being near each other, but these oils are tested to make sure there's absolutely no cross-contamination. There's nothing else but the lavender oil in it, and there are no harmful side effects. So what doTERRA does is they actually send their oils to a third-party person. They test them both internally and externally. It goes through 11 sets of tests to make sure there's no heavy metals, pesticides, etc., cross-contamination. Then the last test that they put it through is to make sure it actually has the proper amount of what it's supposed to have. So if we know that lavender has, that its most effective chemical constituents are these 5 to 10 that we know about, what kind of percentage of strength needs to be in this oil for you to get the effect of it? They test the oils to make sure that they have the right strength and potency before they bottle them, which means every bottle is going to have the same effect. And these are going to have a faster, more powerful effect than a lot of the essential oils you've been trying. So if you've tried other oils, you can, if you have a bottle of peppermint, open up your doTERRA, sniff from each, notice a difference. I love to do that with lavender as well. There's such a major difference between doTERRA lavender oil and other lavender oils. So they're safe, they're effective, and they are totally natural, just from plants is what we're talking about here. Now, there are 3, I'm going to check to see if there are comments. Hey, Christina. There are 3 ways to use these oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. This internal one is important that you, so hold on. Now, I showed you how to get the oil out of the bottle, right? Turn it upside down, you tap it. What I want you to do now, if you have your sample, is open up the lavender and smell it. Take a note of how you feel when you smell it. If you got lavender, if you got something else, open it up and notice how you feel when you smell it. What are the feelings you have afterwards? What we just did is using them aromatically. You can open the bottle, sniff straight from the bottle. It's often a very different smell than if you actually put it on your body and it interacts with your own chemistry. So the second way to use them aromatically is to turn it upside down, drop it on your hand, rub your hands together, breathe in through cupped hands like we did with the peppermint. And you want to use them aromatically when you want to boost your mood for mood issues, when you want to open your airways, or when you want to freshen the air. If you have a diffuser, you want to make sure you have a sonic diffuser because that's going to not apply any heat. You don't want to use these with oil burners. Applying heat is going to change their chemical makeup. So don't use them with oil burners or incense burners. Get a sonic diffuser, which if you want to buy your oils through doTERRA, diffuser actually comes with some of the beginner kits. And you just add water and oil to the diffuser, turn it on, and it's going to dose your whole family, and it's going to clean the air. It's going to clean out bacteria and germs and environmental threats and allergens from the air. Aromatically is just the simplest way to use your oils. And you will notice that smelling from the bottle versus smelling once you put it on you on your hands versus smelling out of the diffuser, it all smells slightly different. So even if you don't think you love a scent, you can still get the benefits from it because it's still interacting with you on a cellular level. And you might just want to try it a different way. So the second way you can use oils is to apply them topically. So this you're going to apply to the area of concern. If it's a muscle pain, or you have a tension headache, you can apply peppermint to the back of your neck to where you're feeling tense. If you have a bug bite or you're itchy, you can apply a drop of lavender to the area where it feels itchy. Or if it's a digestive, you can rub it on your belly, right where you're having your digestive issues. So the other way to think about topical use is the word few: feet, ears, wrists. So you can apply oils to the bottom of your feet because feet have the largest pores in your body, and it is going to absorb into your bloodstream super quickly, and you're going to get a super quick effect. If you've got something going on internally and you want to use the oil for something happening inside your body, the best way is to apply it to the bottom of your feet. It goes throughout your body, almost in almost every cell of your body within 20 minutes. Studies have shown it's in almost every cell of your body within 20 minutes when you apply it to the bottom of your feet. Ears, you're going to apply below the ears where lymph nodes are here, which is connected to your endocrine system. Your endocrine system affects hormones, moods, and stress levels. So if you're feeling stressed, take the lavender, dot it on your fingers, rub it right here. You're both going to smell it aromatically, and it's going to get into your system and help calm you down, relieve your stress and your mood. Then the third place to use them topically is your wrists, on the inside of your wrists, because your pulse is going to make it, you become your own little diffuser. So I like to think about it. So this is really great. If you don't have a diffuser in your house, apply it to your wrist, and you will keep smelling it, and you will keep wafting it. Now, the third way to use them is internally. Now, you have to be, here's the thing. Do not use any other oils internally, and only use them internally if they've been marked for internal use. So doTERRA, because they sell all over the world, they have to meet the stringent levels for internal usage, because like Europe, the EU has much stricter labeling laws, and we all benefit from that, because if an oil is safe for internal usage, it's had to go through all the laws in the EU to get marked safe for internal usage, and we all get the same oils. It's not like they do a different grade for different places. So other oils that you get anywhere else are not tested for this. They don't pass the same tests. Do not use them internally, okay? Now, for internal use, you're going to put a drop or two in 4 to 6 ounces of water. Or you can also get these little empty veggie capsules and swallow them. So this is a method of using essential oils for daily care, things that you need to get daily for chronic issues, long-lasting issues, or healthiness. Like lemon is gonna get your digestion working well, and it's also gonna get your liver to work. So it also works great for chronic issues like gut issues. Different gut concerns, immunity to boost your immune system, for pain and inflammation. You might have all over inflammation, for things like blood pressure, cholesterol, hormones, etc. Or if you have an acute issue, like you get a cold or you have allergies and they're flaring up right then, you can take them internally for an immediate calm down. So many of you in your samples, you got lavender, peppermint, and lemon. Those three together are known as nature's antihistamine. I put a drop of each of them in a cup of hot tea when I'm having a histamine response, which is like when you're responding to allergies. My husband's been having off the chart allergy issues because the pollen count is just insane right now. And the lemon, lavender, and peppermint is what he's been using to calm down his, like, sinuses getting stuffed, eyes bubbling, like getting all red and swollen, sneezing constantly. Lemon, lavender, peppermint. So if you got those in your samples, you can add a drop of each of them, just like we said, put it upside down, tap it once, a little bit will come out in your tea or in your water. You just want to be sure you don't do that with any other oils you get, because they might be all kinds of things. I'm not sure what's in the other oils. So let's talk about how to use the specific samples you got. I'm going to go over some samples you might not have got because some of you had different issues, so you got sampled for different things. Just checking post any questions you have if you're watching the Facebook video, or if you're watching the YouTube video, leave a comment below. So I have been sampling Everybody toothpaste because, okay, it is May 2018 right now. And if you decide to get started with oils this month and you get started with the most popular kit, the Home Essentials kit, you're going to get a bunch of freebies this month. You're going to get a free hand sanitizer. You're going to get a free On Guard oil, a free wild orange oil, and a free tube of their On Guard toothpaste. So I sent out samples of On Guard toothpaste to everybody who I sampled this month. It is my favorite. I love it so much. It's a whitening toothpaste. It includes the On Guard Protective Blend I mentioned earlier, which boosts your immune system. So using this daily whitens your teeth, keeps your immune system strong, plus it's non-toxic. There are crazy chemicals that are hormone disruptors inside many mainstream traditional toothpastes. This doesn't have any of that. So if you got this in your sample pack, you'll see there's a little let me look at the video so I can be sure you can see me. There's a little thing. You just put it on your toothpaste. This might last you 1 or 2 uses. So just keep it there in your little toothbrush container and keep using it until you're all out. If you like it, let me know. Like I said, in May 2018, you can get it for free. So talk to me if you want to know about how to get it for free. And if it's not May 2018, it also comes in the Natural Solutions Kit, the toothpaste does, which is a kit a lot of people get started with. What also often comes in the Natural Solutions Kit, and it's my, like, our all-the-time favorite, is Deep Blue Rub. If you got a sample of Deep Blue Rub, it's going to look like this. It's got directions on the back. This Deep Blue Rub has the Deep Blue blend of oil in a lotion, and I'm going to show you. This is the bottle that if you bought it, you were just using a sample, it come in. I'm going to show you what to do. So you're going to open this package and you are going to put a pea size amount. I usually say dime, but a lot of you are all over the world. You're not using our dimes. So a pea size amount, just like really the littlest amount you can get. It goes so far. It's very potent. It's strong. This is for your joint pain, your inflammation, your anywhere you carry tension. So many of you who requested samples said you have major tension in your neck and shoulders. I sent you this. So what you're going to do, rub it together, your hands, you're going to apply it to wherever you need it. So for those of you who have hip and knee pain, you're going to rub it into your hip or your knee. I use this a lot before and after I run for if my knee is feeling wobbly or my ankle is. What it's going to do is it's going to reduce inflammation and it's going to cool the muscle down. So I have a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders. Whenever I'm working, that's where I hold it. So I'm going to rub it in there. And you don't want to just pat it on. You want to rub it in because the massage actually brings blood flow to the area, which helps loosen up the muscle and also helps the Deep Blue get into your system. I can feel a knot right here, so I'm going to keep kind of rubbing it in. My husband has a fractured part of his spine, and he has to go to the chiropractor regularly to get adjusted because it slips out of adjustment all the time. And he's found that he can go so much less often if he's deep bluing his back regularly. Because what happens is it'll get a little out of alignment and then all the muscles around it will try to grip it into alignment. And then he gets inflammation, swelling, pain. And by massaging the Deep Blue, it all, we usually do it right before bed, it will all kind of relax and heal and can heal up on its own without needing to be constantly adjusted. A lot of massage therapists and chiropractors that I work with and talk to use this in their massage. They found it super effective. Especially massage for people with bad backs. I have 2 massage therapist friends who swear by it for their clients with bad backs. Okay. So once you get it all massaged in, you're going to feel a cooling sensation. That's the mint. If you put it too close to your eyes, like here, it may make your eyes water if they're sensitive. It's okay. It's just cooling. It's reducing the inflammation. It feels amazing. Oh, I'm just going to go take a nap now. Because we put this on before bed so much, now in my head, this is associated with sleep. So if I'm having a hard time sleeping, I can literally rub this anywhere where I might be a little tense and I fall asleep like that. So I'm going to try to stay awake for you and finish up. The next sample you might have gotten is, oh, and those of you who are watching in the Facebook group, I know you guys use and love Deep Blue. So tell me what you use and love about Deep Blue. This is, what I want to say, if you got this will last you 3 or 4 uses. Depending on how big of an area you're covering, you really just need to start with that little pea-size amount. And if like you're doing your whole back, or sometimes we'll do like a massage from like shoulders all the way down to the bottom of your spine, you might need to do that pea-size amount 1 or 2 times, maybe even 3, depending on how tall of a person you are, how long your spine is. But just start with a pea-size amount. So this can last you several uses. So get a little pea-size amount, put this up. Don't let your dog get into it, and don't rub your eyes or any orifice after you've used it. Go wash your hands, especially like if it's allergy season. Go wash your hands after you use this. It will make your eyes water. So next in your samples is, you may have gotten the toothpaste, you may have gotten the Deep Blue Rub, you may have gotten lavender. So lavender does so many things, but for many of you, you're dealing with stress, anxiety, tension. So think of lavender. For most people, it's very calming and relaxing. Some people find it more uplifting and they find the citrus as calming. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But so for lavender, what I want you to do is rub 3 to 4 drops in the bottom of your feet or below your ears. If you love the smell, throughout the day when you're starting to feel tense, put a drop in your hands, rub them together, breathe it in. Okay? Just take a minute to calm down and relax. You can also put lavender in your bath. You can put it in your tea before bed. There's a couple ways to use it, but I want you to use this if you ask for samples because you're dealing with stress and anxiousness. I want you to use this every day. I don't use it first thing in the morning because it's a little calming, and first thing I'm like getting caffeinated and waking up. That's much better for me, but starting 3 or 4. If you're feeling stressed, this isn't going to put you to sleep unless you're super sensitive to it. It's just going to relax you. So rub it here. Remember your lymph nodes and your endocrine system and your moods. And if you don't love the smell, put it on the bottom of your feet. Okay. Next, I want to talk about peppermint. It will open your airways. It will wake you up. What you're going to do is you're going to rub 3 to 4 of the drops that come out of here. Remember, these are smaller drops than out of a big bottle on whatever area of pain. So if you have a headache, you can rub it on your temples. I find that it makes my eyes water if I rub it on my temples. I tend to rub it here on my jaw because my jaw gets tight. I also do deep blue sometimes on my jaw, and put it on the back of your neck. You can also put a drop on the roof of your mouth if you have a headache. Yeah, if you are feeling, if your stomach is upset, put a drop in your glass of water and drink it down. It'll calm nausea. It's peppermint. Oh, it's amazing to help you wake up in the morning. If you are having a hard time waking up and that's part of your stress and maybe you're not sleeping well, first thing in the morning, before your first cup of coffee or after it, put a drop of this in your hand, rub your hands together, and breathe in. Okay, next up, wild orange. This is my favorite. This is happy juice. It's happy, it's joyful, it's bubbly. So sometimes people find it calming. Like if you find lavender kind of stimulating, you might find orange calming. I find lavender calming and orange awakening. What's super cool is that we all have different body chemistry. So these oils are going to make us feel different ways. So what I want you to do when you get your oils is open each of them up, breathe in, and then make a note either in your head or on a notebook about how it makes you feel when you smell it. This makes me feel happy. So put 2 drops in your hands and then inhale through your cupped hands for 30 seconds. Then you can rub the rest on the back of your neck. You're going to do that whenever you want to wake up, feel alert, feel joyful. So if you're feeling stressed or you're feeling everything in your life is going wrong, inhale some wild orange. You can also rub 2 to 4 drops under the ears, the back of the neck, or the chest. The thing I want you to remember is that citrus oils are photosensitizing, which means they make your skin more sensitive to the sun. So you don't want to put it on any part of you that's going to be out and getting sun exposure. This is especially true if you burn easily. So I don't ever put it on my chest in the morning. I mostly use it aromatically, like I just showed you, cupped in your hands or in my diffuser. Yeah, and I just snip it. It smells amazing. All right, some of you also got balance, especially if you said you're dealing with stress or anxiousness. Balance is a mix of wood oils that's grounding and calming. It's known as the grounding blend. So what I want you to do with balance is each morning, put a drop, 2 or 3 drops on the bottom of your foot, and of each foot, rub it in before you start your day. Take a minute to breathe. So what I usually do is I put a couple drops in my hand, smell it, then apply it to the bottom of your feet. It's going to keep you grounded and calm throughout the day. The chief medical officer of doTERRA, Dr. Hill, this is his like #1 daily habit to do, just to start the day grounded and calm. So if you're dealing with anxiety or anxious feelings throughout the day, do the smell, the balance, put it on your feet again. You can apply it as many times as you want. You're not going to overdose on balance, just to calm you down and get you grounded, and take a couple deep breaths when you do it. Okay, so it's possible that you got in your package Citrus Bliss instead of Wild Orange. It's possible that you got Serenity, which you're going to use before you go to bed at night. A drop on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed at night. It's possible that whoever sampled you could have sampled you something else. They will let you know how you should use those samples. So thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about anything we've talked about, let me know. what I'd like you to do is, if I sampled you, make sure you're a member of the Take Care of Yourself group on Facebook. That's where you can ask your questions. That's where you can talk with other people about their experience. It's where you'll find this video. It's free for anybody, whether you're using essential oils or not. It's really for makers, artists, creatives, moms who want to take care of themselves so that they can do what they want to do in their life. So for a lot of you, that's starting a business. For some of you, that's like being really involved in your hobby, or just pursuing the life you really want. Has to start from a foundation of you being well, you feeling good. That includes mental well-being, physical well-being, emotional well-being. So we talk about all of that in the Take Care of Yourself group. If you're doing the Instagram challenge with us, make sure you're opening the daily emails, do the challenge, and then share a photo of Instagram with the photo share your photo with the hashtag exploring self-care. All one word, exploring self-care hashtag. I'll be following along. Remember, if you have any questions at any time, you can message me. And if I send you these samples, we need to talk. So we will be talking throughout the days of you using the samples, and we'll hop on the phone or a video chat wherever you are in the world after a week of you using these. So respond to my messages and let's schedule one of those. And if you're part of the group, you're going to get ideas and suggestions and videos about how to keep using your oils even after you get your own, if you choose to get your own. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Bye.